Bienvenidos a Colombia Antigua. La historia es para compartirla sin egoísmo. Es por eso que cada video tiene el enlace y la información de dónde fue descargado. Esperamos que los videos y la información sean útiles para usted.
In the words of Dr. Alberto Lleras Camargo of Colombia, to meet our responsibilities, we must count on the ability of the underdeveloped people of the world to solve the problem of overpopulation, of misery, of despair, of inequality, and of injustice. The need for the American states to work together for the benefit of the people has long been advocated by the distinguished national leader of the Republic of Colombia, a nation and a people now awaiting with eager anticipation the visit of President Kennedy. At the foot of the ramp they meet. Dr. Lleras Camargo of Colombia, President Kennedy of the United States, two leaders striving to perfect the inter-American system which was the dream of Bolivar and Santander. Much has already been done since the Alliance for Progress was announced in March of 1961. But even these impressive accomplishments must be surpassed in the face of the immense and urgent problems of poverty, hunger, and ignorance. That the people of the Americas are prepared to come to grips with these problems and meet the needs of an awakening humanity without violence, without repression, without a discipline that destroys liberty, can be seen clearly in the rousing welcome given to President and Mrs. Kennedy, a spontaneous gesture of friendship and support to the Alliance for Progress. The Techo Housing Project, where plans of the Alliance for Progress have already been translated into action. A 12,000 house development will be built in an area of 123 acres to accommodate 80,000 people. President Lleras and the visitor from North America, in the presence of the families of hundreds of workers, dedicate this housing project, as well as one of 18 new schools, in which 30,000 children will be given their first opportunity to study and to learn. Then, leaving Techo, the visitors are escorted back into the city of Bogotá, where the people make no secret of how warmly they feel about their guests. President Kennedy's destination now, the offices of President Lleras, where they will discuss many issues of mutual concern. Among the foremost, the intensive effort needed to develop and industrialize the economies of Latin America, reducing dependence on raw materials. In these discussions, President Kennedy is later to report, he is strengthened in purpose and understanding by the wise counsels of one of the great statesmen of the hemisphere, Lleras Camargo. A children's hospital in Bogotá. Mrs. John F. Kennedy pays a visit here where hundreds of children are being treated. Children who are now being helped along the road to recovery by medicines and techniques unavailable only a few years ago. A friendly wave, words of encouragement, and the warmest wishes of the oncoming Christmas season to the children from the First Lady of the United States. And that evening at a state dinner at San Carlos Palace, the President of the United States describes the hopes of millions for a better life and how the alliance will meet those aspirations.
The Alianza para el Progreso is designed to transform this hope into a reality. It calls for a vast and immediate effort on the part of all the Americas to satisfy the basic needs of our people for work and land and homes and schools. It expects within the next 10 years, the decade of development, to be well on the way to satisfying these basic needs to the workers, to the campesinos on the farm, to the women who toil each day for the welfare of their children. To all we bring a message of hope every day, every hour, in my country and in this country, and in all the countries of this hemisphere. Dedicated men and women are struggling to bring nearer the day when all will have more to eat, and a decent roof over their head, and schools for their children, when all will have a better and more abundant life to accompany that human dignity to which all men are entitled, and that love of freedom to which all of us are committed by our inheritance and our desire. And tonight, here in this old city, I pledge to you the commitment of the United States of America to that great cause.
Yes, to that great cause. The massive cooperative effort to conquer the evils of poverty and injustice. And out of the toil of free men will come a better, more rewarding life for the peoples of all the countries in this hemisphere of hope.